Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of Stellaris. My name is Sonelias, and we'll be carrying on from the 10. So we'll be loading the last saved game. So today is episode 111, so 111, so 111, or 111. Okay, whilst that is loading, let's have a brief look at what this state of the galaxy looks like. So we got a fairly large chunk of the galaxy in our hands. Victory conditions, they were listed down here. Our progress towards having sufficient planets in our hold is 157 out of 193. Owning 40% of the colonizable planets. Now the question is, does that mean I need to have colonized them? Or does that mean I need to basically have them within my territory? I suspect it's having them in my territory, but the only way of really testing that is basically building some additional colony ships. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make a whole raft of additional colony ships here. So I'm going to make a load more on this planet as well. And whilst that is ongoing, let's just get the clock running. Now we are at the moment working towards getting various bits and pieces of technology researched. Long-term goals, it looks like. We also are at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, integrating one of our subjects. Now we do have some entries here. What is so special about this one here again? Okay. Okay, there were a couple of, I think that's one of the mining stations or something of that sort. So if I look at back my precursor list, I basically had those tracked. I don't need to track them really because I've already been there. Okay, so fine. Let's speed up the clock as well. So as you can see, I've got 4 main fleets at my disposal at the moment. One of our trade deals has expired, it looks like. So let's basically get a new trade deal in here. 30 years, let's give a slight incentive in there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Gosh, 15. Greedy buggers. I will clock at the fastest speed. Now we are not the leader at the moment, but we will be at some point. So the Telacur sovereignty will be the next one in line. There's different factions, there's different sectors. One of those sectors is missing some resources here. Missing the resource of whatever that's called. Okay. So still running speed at the highest factor. The integration is listed down here, so there are 16 months for that integration to complete. Trade deal has come to an end again. Another one in terms of research. So we don't need to give them any more incentives, it looks like, which is okay or great. Saves us some of those resources. Not that we're really short of them, we've actually got a nice surplus here. I could potentially have a bigger surplus if I were to set it up such that I would be getting more from my different sectors. At the moment I'm basically being quite conservative with my sectors, being friendly towards them. It's just what I've chosen to do. So when I'm the leader of my space, I can actually decide to, when I'm being in combat with one of my enemies, or at least one of the other parties, to then integrate them within me, within my territory. They don't like that, which is fine. They are part of an alliance already. Gym arthropods. Founder species. Okay. Construction is progressing nicely, so where would I want to do that? So let's have a brief look at it again. I basically am at 157 out of 193. There's a colonizable planet over there. This one here. So once the first colony ship is ready, which it'll be not too long from now, I should be able to send it here and colonize it. And then we can see whether we actually go beyond that 157. Let me upgrade this one to the highest level. Let me then start putting stuff and bits and pieces on here. Dark matter reactor. Ooh, interesting. Lots of energy. More energy. Okay, so there's lots of opportunities here. Ah, a war has been declared here. So I can colonize this planet here, and I can choose which of these two I want to use. Now they're pretty much the same, I would say. So it shouldn't make a difference, really. Are either of these part of my alliance? They are not. Now, I do want to basically offer these guys a deal. Wormhole access, that's fine. Research agreement at the same time. No, they don't like research agreements. Which is, I guess, okay. Let's have a look at how that particular battle is going. Ooh, what's happening here? Someone is attacking them. Is that true? Ooh, so a battle is taking place here. I just don't see everything of it. It looks like a space station has been destroyed here. Bit of a pity. Okay. Central Julian colonies. So where are they based? Let's briefly focus on them. Over here. So that basically should allow me to connect up to that space there. Let's have a look at my sector list. That should be this one here. That will be done in another 3 months, it says. 2 months. What sector is that? Does that have a name? It is the Central North. Can I include this one in there? No, I cannot, because there's no proper connection to there. Which is fine. 1 more month to go. I'm at the exact limit in terms of ships. Reduced by 0.2 due to Federation contribution. So it does say 1 more month to go, so let's get that month done. I'm running it at the fastest at the moment, so I would kind of hope that that would move the clock, but it looks like the clock is frozen for some reason. Or it was for a second ago when we were there. There we go, so that's now part of our realm. So that should, in theory, allow me to basically merge these two here. So if I select to edit this one, there we go. That works. Now I did just gain these here, and I don't want to have these at all. It's fine. And I basically do have another construction ship here, which I could use if I had something to use it for. At the moment I've got no particular use for it whatsoever. So let's speed up the clock again. So at the moment I'm getting points again here. So if I just seem to look at myself for a second, if I can, in the contact list, which I can do by going and finding myself here. I still have some subjects like these guys here. Now they haven't been subjects long enough for me to integrate them, which is fine. These guys here is the same issue really, and they need another 4 years it looks like. These guys here, again the same applies. Protectorates cannot be integrated. So where are you guys based? Up here, okay. Are these a subject? Are these an elevated race? These are a founder species. Okay. Okay, I'm supporting them in research, which is good, I would say. Maybe these guys want the same. If I can offer them a research deal as well. Okay. What have we got here? Is that an offshoot? No, that's actually part of the same, but that shared this star with the other guys here. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at our victory conditions. Has that changed at all? 158. Was it 157 earlier? The real best way of basically testing is basically just sending out more ships to colonize more worlds, I guess. So let's have a brief look. Are there more colonizable worlds up here? Somewhere? Must be? Somewhere? No? Nothing here? Let's go further down. There you go. In Angle, I've got another colonizable world. Okay. There's another one here. Actually, 2 are here, which is fine.
Colony established.
Definitely not here. I was over there looking at one of these worlds here. I was looking at the smaller one of the 2. I was looking to colonize it with that one. Perfect. Alright, let's get that clock running again. Highest possible speed. Research is still progressing. We'll be getting the next bit of technology in the next number of turns. We can have a total of 8 core worlds, as you can see. At the moment I got 6. I'm not sure I want to have this one as being part of my core worlds though. What can I do? So this is the utter west. Unfortunately I cannot include it there because there is something in between us. Okay, so nothing to be done about that. It's not a big problem at all. Most definitely not. Of course, I've got more worlds that I can colonize here. Like this one here. There's no colony here yet. So I will basically pick up a colony ship here. Send it out here. New elections are underway. There is no real big need for us to support it, but we can if we want to. So we're just going to expend a little bit of effort on supporting them. Hasn't got the biggest impact as you saw. But again, the clock is still ticking. Again, I got the clock speed at the highest possible setting, so fastest. It's not always running as fast as I would like it to run, but I guess there's lots of calculations in the background that it basically has to go through at the moment. So for that particular purpose, I just have to live with what I've got. Auto best, auto best. So various different designs of ships. Sweet. We get an extra 175, which is good. No, we're not going to save that. That's fine. So next technology jump will be in 6 months. Where do I want to place my next colonies? Now let's have a brief look again here. So so it is the number of colonized worlds. So the more I colonize, the better. Low gravity. Signed ship. I need colony ships. There will be coming again shortly. This signed ship is empty, so we'll discard it. Looks like I might actually be better off if I were to basically start building some additional ships here as well. Prime. Tropical world. There's another world here. Check and colonize.
Colony established.
On 61, perfect. I'll build some extra ones here as well. Wider choice, as you can see.
Colony established. Research complete.
Interesting, there are humanoids here who've got a preference for war, which is fine by me. Research being completed, we can choose a new research target. We will choose from here the military station health. We got another colony world here where I want to build the colony ships as well. I'm going to go for these guys here. It's a bit of aliens, which is fine. Again, the clock seems to freeze occasionally, or looks like it's freezing. Which is a bit of a nuisance. I guess it's the number of calculation required, given that we got so many colonies at this point. So us being away from the main big map might help speed it up. That's exactly what I'm doing at the moment. I'm basically away from the main map, trying to speed up that calculation process. Okay, so construction ship is ready to do stuff for me. I actually think I've got enough, so I'm actually going to get rid of this one here. Gives you a little bit more resource available, and of course I can hopefully do more. Alright, let's see what happens here. Got one more world where I could build colony ships. Let's actually add this one to the queue as well.
Colony established.
Victory conditions 163 out of 193, so we need another 30 colonies at this point. 3-0. What did it say? Colonizable planets or colonizable systems? Planets. You own 163 out of the 193 required. Okay. Interesting planets down here as well. Most definitely. If only we could somehow speed up that production process, which seems hard to do. Well, there is one thing we could do, of course, in terms of building a terminal on the space station. But yeah, that would again slow down the actual production itself temporarily. So I guess we just need to be patient here. As you can see, we maxed out our reservoirs or reserve in terms of minerals, as well as in terms of energy. Now, early on in the game, as you might remember, there were actually technologies that we could actually help to increase our maximum storage of minerals and energy. I don't think there's any further ones, at least not that I've seen. So we can colonize this world here. We can also colonize this world here. Two of them sent
Colony
here.
established. Colony established.
Any further ones on this side of the map? It doesn't look like there's anything else here. There are some other ones in this system here, which I will basically use quite nicely. I will colonize this one here. And actually manually, let's pick this one up here. Also this one here, which I can colonize. Perfect. Now one of our scientists has perished, or has died, I should say. Now we got one on board of our ship itself. I can recruit a brand new one. Research, anomaly discovery, or research speed materials. Let's pick this one. Sounds interesting, that guy. Is a Rixie. I'm not even sure where the Rixie are based. Rixie. Relatively young. Age is under 142. Sorry, 142, and that's 172. So they each got their own different maximum ages they can achieve. Interesting. So these guys here, the Oscox, can grow a lot older than the actual humans can. Interesting. Let's have another look at basically other systems we can set up colonies on. We can set one up on Hope. Okay. Perfect. Let's keep that clock running. Has that war been concluded up there or not? I'm not sure. Right, so they're not willing to basically offer us their research, which in itself is not a big problem. Let's see, when will we be president? That's going to be a little while still. Okay. These guys here are still at war with their neighbors. It's these guys here. Bokasharin.
Research complete.
So we finished some research. Empire leader capability. So we got an extra leader we can have. Now we can actually increase our sector limit or our food production or resettlement cost. Let's choose that one. That should be a quick one. Extra leader means, of course, when we look at our empire itself in terms of the planets, we can get one extra leader here for a sector. I want to basically choose a relatively big sector. Let's first look at the incoming transmission here. Yep, that's fine. Just wanted to exchange maps, it looks like, which is not a big issue at all. So 13 colonies. Just looking for big ones in terms of number of colonies we already have in there. So that one's 12. So I'm just going to recruit a new leader for here. Okay. No, we will not be bullied. Why don't they give up? Guys, really? If you want it that way, I'll basically declare my rivalry. That's fine. Is there any new indirect democracy or democratic utopia? I think we already have the best of the two. So let's kick this speed up again. Ah, I got more colony ships at my disposal.
Colony established.
So there's another planet here that I can colonize. This one here. And I will send here someone who actually has got some skill at colonizing this planet.
Colony
So
established.
where else can we go? There's another one here that I could colonize. Alright, that one's already underway. It's moving. This one though seems quite happy to be there. Wagmore. There we go. Colonize this one with that person here. Sweet.
Colony established.
There is another one I could build in here, it looks like. One keyed. Wow, that's a pretty big one, it looks like. Ooh, good.
Colony established.
Anything else up here? Nothing, it looks like. There's a lot more here. So which was the admin building? That's the one, isn't it? I think. Yep. Status entering orbit, in orbit around Earth. Cancel that. Let's do that again. So we're going to colonize this. In orbit around... Ooh, in orbit around Del Vegio. One of our planets is starving. This planet here. What can I do to help them out? I can actually help them upgrade all these buildings here. Which they should have done ages ago. Even the capital is not manned at the moment, so manning that should help alleviate the issue. There we go, done. You're not suffering from starvation, you just need to update the screen. Right, so we got 2 colony ships ready that are not being used at the moment. Eden, let's colonize Eden as well.
Colony established.
Colonizing in orbit around Earth. So in orbit around Earth, we're gonna place you here, which is good. The role of the United Nations is played out. Go where you belong. From now on, into the dustbin of history. Yeah, I don't think so, Rutarians. Thank you, though. Cool. Still have one ship here that is not doing anything at the moment. Let's see if we can find a particular planet that they would favor. Okay, what do they favor? Doesn't say, does it? Okay. Let's have a brief look. What have we got here in terms of planets that we can colonize? This one here. Moving, and these guys don't really prefer that. They prefer a desert. So we find a desert world instead. Oh yeah, desert. Ah, interesting. I talk about the desert and we basically find the desert world. There we go. That's done. So in terms of our target, we're at 173 out of 193. So I hope to conclude this task of basically winning by means of domination within the next
Construction
1 or 2
complete.
turns, I guess. Right, so I need to build some more here.
Research complete.
Okay, let's build some more. Research being completed. Planetary sensor range increased. Build cost reduction. Let's go for the gamma lasers. Let's at least get that researched. Alright, at this point I have a few additional colony ships at my disposal.
Colony established. Colony established. Colony
I know,
established.
there are more colonies established here now. Thank you. So these guys here like this world a lot. Where was the planetary capital? Good question. That one there. Okay. This one here I can colonize as well. Put one of these here, I guess. Another colonizable planet here. And the capital is there. Right, let's have a look at where we stand. We are at 175 out of 193. Yet another one. That one's moving. That one's moving.
Colony established. Colony established. Research complete.
Okay, so another bit of research has been completed. Resettlement costs. Aggressive conditioning. Ooh. Synthetic thought patterns. Edict cost. Resettlement cost. So this is
Construction complete.
synthetic thought patterns. Okay. Gene seed purification. Gene warrior army. Xenomorph. No, let's go for the gene warrior army one. So 175 we're still at. Got 2 more colony ships ready to be used. Let's colonize this one as well. In orbit around this world here. Okay, fine. So there's supposed to be another colonizable planet here. Good. 10%. Not really my happiest one, I would say. Arctic, and that's
Colony
also a
established.
tundra one. Let's see whether that makes any difference here. 50% at least. Cool. Right, nice point for us to basically call an end to this. I think we basically started colonizing 80 different planets this time. So this was Let's 111. Perfect. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.